Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So a while back when I was starting to figure out if I wanted to do YouTube, I posted a question and answer type of thing. So I have the questions that you all have been dying to hear. So today we're gonna spill the tea on relationships. Alright, so I want to start off by kind of explaining my background in dating. So my only dating experience for a very long time was high school dating. I've only ever had 3 real boyfriends, and I'm not counting, you know, the middle school couples where you're like, hey, you want to be my boyfriend, want to be my girlfriend? It's like a week. That doesn't count. So yeah, I've had 3 relationships that I consider to be a significant time in my life. One happened when I was a freshman in high school, the other when I was a junior in high school, and then the last one was towards the end of my senior year of high school. So my longest relationship has been 5.5 years. So the real reason why I wanted to come on and talk to you guys today and to kind of clear the air and answer all your questions, because I got a lot of questions regarding relationships and I just want to go ahead and get it all out there. So there's this conception, and it's not just with men, it's not just with females, it's literally both genders can have this. When you get into a relationship very young, you don't have a sense of the world out there. And that's completely fine, because honestly, you tend to lose yourself in a relationship for a very long period of time. And there's this misconception where you kind of feel like you don't know who you are without that other person. And so I kind of want to cover this because I feel like it has not just happened to me or my friends, it's happened to friends of friends and their friends of friends whenever we talk everything through. And it's something that I feel like needs to be addressed in more of a sense, not like you're wrong for what you're doing, but in a sense where you're actually discussing what's going on in your life and you're figuring it out. So I am not going to spill the tea on my previous relationships, and I'm sorry if you clicked this thinking that that's what was going to happen. So I apologize in advance. I'm just not that person. I'm not going to put my personal things out there, and I'm not going to put the other person's personal things out there. I have much more respect for myself and for him, and you know, at the end of the day, it just didn't work out, and I want to leave it at that. But really what I want to focus on is this misconception of losing yourself within someone. And I think that this comes with a little bit of negative connotation that, you know, you are each other's person, like you're the same person. And I'm going to be 110%, I am that person. I put everything into the person that I'm dating. And, you know, it's a blessing and a curse because that's just my caring, nurturing nature. But it's also at the same time, you kind of open yourself up for a lot of vulnerability. And as well, I'm always stressing on my channel is you need to be happy before you can be happy with someone else. And I think that a lot of people date, and especially when you're young, you're learning, you can outgrow a person. Like, you can change what you want to do. That's what this whole process is about. But what I think that people stress too much on is that, you know, I'm not going to be happy with this person because I've never experienced anything else. And to me, I think that is the culture that we live in. We live in this swipe, swipe, swipe culture. And for me, I didn't grow up that way. Like, my parents were together for a very long time and they ended up getting divorced. And my grandparents would have still been together if my grandfather was alive. So for me, I learned what a real good relationship looked like and what a real shitty relationship looked like. And I think that a lot of kids today growing up don't get to see that. And so if you aren't giving somebody what they want, someone else is going to, because there's so many other people in this world. And what I would like to stress the most in this crisis that people go through is happiness. And you cannot make someone else happy if they are unhappy with themselves. And I cannot stress this enough, because you cannot change the person's outlook. You can try everything possible in your very, 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 very might that you have, but it's never going to work. And that's something that I want to switch to in the life of dating. So guys, dating. All right, guys, dating sucks. And no, I am not dating right now. I have dated people for periods of times, but it just never really works out because there's just a lot of shit that people need to get figured out on their own. And I think that for me, I am a firm believer in there should be 3 things that you look for and 3 things that are non-negotiable for you. And those should be very similar. The 3 things that you should look for in a person and the 3 things you will not be able to live with. And once you define those 3 items, it kind of makes it easier to get out in this dating life. However, this dating life is extremely, extremely, extremely slim pickings. So I am not a fan of online dating. I also just think, personally, I'm not looking for something right now because I'm focusing on myself and school and work and studying for the GRE. I'm trying to make myself a better person, and I think for me, once you waste so many years with someone, you're not trying to waste a month with anybody else. So it's very clear to me when I do go on first dates if I'm interested or if I'm not interested. And honestly, going on first dates are exhausting. And, I know people who do this multiple times a week, sometimes even multiple times a day. And I don't really know how they do it because it's literally tiring to go to meet someone and say the same spiel over and over again. Hi, I'm Talia. I work at Stanford. It is exhausting. And for me, if I'm not interested in someone, then I can clearly move on. But what I'm finding is that it's clear to me now, but in serious relationships, and I've seen people go through it that are my best friends who are in relationships, and because of the time, because of the, things that they've gone through, they don't know how to remove themselves, even though they know that they've outgrown this person. And I completely understand, easier said than done, because it is a very hard decision. You basically are, to me, it's almost like the person when you break up with someone, they're dead to you. And I am a firm believer that you cannot be friends with someone after a breakup. It just does not work. And you have to learn that the hard way sometimes. And you have to completely remove yourself from situations. And I'm still learning that myself, where I'm removing myself from situations that I get myself into. And I think that a lot of people definitely think that they can maintain something, but when there's history there, when there is lots of things involved, there's no way you can maintain anything. And that comes back to the point of you cannot make someone else happy if they are unhappy with themselves. And I firmly believe in that. And I just want to stress that so much, because dating, like I've said, it's basically a full-time job, and it's a job that you don't get instructions, you don't get, any guidance on things. it is make or break. Like for me, relationships aren't something that are just, you know, it's whatever, it's fine. Like I'm almost 25 years old. I am dating with the intention that I want to get married, I want to have children. And that brings up another big topic for me is if you need to define those things. If you're getting serious with someone, and you know, some people don't believe in marriage, that's fine. Some people don't want to have kids, that's fine. But if the person you are seriously interested in wants either of those things and you don't, then it's never going to work. The mind is not going to change. And that's what I feel like a lot of people can kind of just get blinded by a relationship because they think, oh, this person's going to change. They're going to change their mind on wanting to have kids. It's not going to change. And no matter what you try to do, it's never going to change. So leading that into segue, I just wanted to conclude this video with the fact that take care of yourself first before you get into a relationship, and define the 3 things that you want and the 3 things that you cannot have in your life. Define what you want in life. Find out what your future is going to look like. And lastly, don't be blind. I'm preaching to the choir on this because I have definitely turned my eye to a lot of things. But being single and going through the emotions, like honestly, when you become to this place where you are so happy within yourself, you don't need anybody else. And that's also something I super want to stress. Don't rely on somebody else for your happiness. And do not rely on somebody else for your stability. Like, you do not need no one for anything, because you're that boss person that you can get everything done. And I just keep wanting to stress on my channel, and I wanted to cover the topics of, am I dating, what happened to my relationship, yada yada yada. I just wanted to get it out there, and I'm sorry that I didn't spill all the tea, but I did want to cover a certain portion on the crisis that I feel like many people face this day and age. That being said, I am thankful for you guys for tuning in again, and of course always follow the Instagram. Again, I am going to be going to the Fit Expo this weekend, so my next vlog will actually be a travel vlog, and I will be traveling to LA to meet all the friends and fam of YouTube. So I'm really excited to actually take my GoPro and get this out there, and we'll see you next time. And as always, thank you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe this video and share if you feel the message is something that you would want to get out there. Thank you guys. Have a great night.